But first, for a lot of professional actors and actresses, singers and dancers, this summer is special. It's the first time they've been able to perform in front of a live audience since the pandemic began.
That is the case for Alyssa Anani, who with Jordan Alexander stars in Maine State Music Theater's current production of Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. We sat down with Anani and Alexander while the show was still in rehearsals and started our conversation by talking about what it was like for Anani to be getting ready for live theater for the first time in more than 2 years.
It was maybe a little scary the first day, and then when you're back into the swing of it with the entire company, it was just like a dream.
Were you feeling even just a little bit rusty, or does it all come back?
Probably a little bit rusty. Day one, you're like, please, is it all still there?
Let's talk a little bit about rehearsals, because this is something that most of us in the public don't think about, but they're absolutely maybe the crucial element of what you guys do. If you don't get it right in rehearsals, then it's not going to be right when you stage the actual performances. How long a day do you put in when you're rehearsing?
I will work a little bit earlier, and we're allowed to work a little bit later on our own if we want. But 10 to 6 right now are the official hours in rehearsal.
And it's pretty rigorous. You're really going at it, I assume?
The first day we started just like everyone starting vocals. We ran through, I think we did like the first half of the first act all in one day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
It's a lot of songs. This whole show is just song after song after song after song.
Because there's no dialogue in this show, it's all sung through. And so to start day one with note number 1 and make it almost through act 1, it's a lot of lyrics.
Of work, yeah.
Had very few cares. He was one of Egypt's millionaires.
Do you have to take special care to protect your voices, your singing voices?
Oh, absolutely.
What do you do?
We conserve when we can, and when we have to turn it on, we turn it on.
And your smoking habit, you've reduced from 4 packs a day to 3?
Yes, absolutely. No, do not.
Oh my gosh, so much tea, so much local honey, so many electrolyte type, Pedialyte drinks.
Are there things you avoid? I've heard about singers who, for instance, avoid ice cream. Do you do anything like that?
Oh, I had 3 scoops last night.
I would if I wasn't lactose intolerant, I would love ice cream, but.
The show features you as Joseph. Every time an actor takes on a new role, there's always a challenges that are part of it. What are the challenges for you in this role?
Finding how Joseph can stay as positive as he is throughout the whole show. Like, he's betrayed by his family and still he forgives them. He's thrown in a prison cell and he's still like, well, I'm gonna make the most of this.
The biblical misfortunes just keep piling up, but you have to keep the character positive.
Yes.
And plausible and believable.
Yeah. And so that's gonna be a challenge for me.
What are the challenges for you, Alyssa?
I think for the narrator, she is the one taking the audience on the journey. I think the challenge for me is the versatility of this show, keeping every song engaged and the audience thinking on their feet every single time.
Any dream will do.
Let me ask you about one of the things that I know you were doing while things were quiet during the pandemic, and that is photography.
Yes.
You are a skilled photographer, take pictures professionally. If you were around here and you had a few hours and you had a camera in hand, what would you want to take pictures of? Would you want to do some landscapes? Would you want to do buildings? Would you want to hang out at rehearsals or in the theater and shoot your fellow performers? What would you do if you had a camera and free time?
And I do all of that. I love capturing moments, whether that's from the sunsets here have been absolutely stunning the past few days. I would love to take my camera out, maybe here, find trees and find parts of nature, but I would love to get some pictures in rehearsal, would love to get pictures of our friends on The Sound of Music, performing and doing their thing, and just those moments in time that won't exist again and that you can hold on to. That's what I really love to capture.
Both Alyssa and Jordan are based in New York, as so many stage actors are, and like so many other stage actors that I've talked to at Maine State Music Theater, they're just kind of intoxicated by being in Maine in the summertime.
Yeah,
You know,
I bet.
They say they tend to say, those actors tend to say the same things. They just say, it's so different from New York, and of course it is.
I
And
bet.
they just really, really do appreciate the chance to be on a beautiful place like the Bowdoin campus, a beautiful town like Brunswick, and they like it.
Absolutely. And I mean, long rehearsal days. 10 to 6, that's
Yeah.
like a work day,
Yeah, it's
basically,
intense.
in
And,
rehearsals.
and I mean, you're singing and dancing for
Right.
8 hours. You're not
It's a
sitting
lot.
there tapping away at the laptop the way some
running
of us
to the
are.
water cooler and back a few times.
Exchanging a little office gossip. You can see Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat at Maine State Music Theater in Brunswick through July 16th. More information about the show in the 207 section of our News Center Maine website and app.